When we first get inside of Canva, we want to go to custom size and we're going to change this from pixels to inches and we're doing 2.7 for the width and 2.8 for the height and hit create a new design. Once we get in here, I'm not going to do a full Canva tutorial, but you are going to upload whatever photo or photos you will be using. And so what I'm going to do, let me use a photo that is mine and let's go with this one here. Okay. So I know I'm going to get asked how big to make it. Honestly, you want to be more mindful of that because the biggest thing is that you don't want it to be stretched out because then, or you, if you want to, this means it's going to wrap around it. So my go-to size for this, for me personally, is I try not to have it bigger than like 1.4 or 1.5 at the max. Okay. This way it's big enough. You could do it bigger if you want to. That's up to you. So next part I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to elements and I'm going to type in that word there. And I'm just going to choose one of these backgrounds and stretch this all the way to the back. Once I stretch this to the back, I'm going to go to position and I'm going to do backwards. When we get to the back, I'm going to go and I'm going to type in the word green gradient. And I'm going to find a green gradient that I like and I'm going to apply that to the top. Let's stretch this out. And then I'm going to go to flip vertical to put it at the top. And I'm going to do my position and go backwards so it's behind it. I'm going to go back to elements again and I'm going to find a purple gradient this time. And I like this one here. I'm going to use the wheel. I'm going to turn it to the side. And then once I turn it sideways, I'm going to stretch it out and we're going to repeat that same process and go position and go backwards. Okay. So again, I just eyeballed a lot of this. I'm not going to be like, stay this far. I mean, I really just eyeball to see what the middle is. So the next thing I do is I go to share. You can name it if you like to. So let's name this is purple lighter. And I'm going to go to share, download. I'm going to download this as a PNG. There we go. So that'll be purple lighter. I'm going to come back into Canva and we're going to do a new design at 8.5 by 11. This represents our piece of paper, okay? Once we do that, you're going to take that same purple lighter design. Where did it go? There we go. Oh, that's untitled design. Let's see if we can find it. It makes the need permission. We'll go with this. It's the same. And what we'll do is you're gonna size this back, go to position, make sure this is locked and hit 2.7. You'll get to 2.7 by 2.8 and then you'll just duplicate it as many times as you need it and you will do this per design. So this is just setting up our paper. I'm gonna grab them all together, hit group and then hit duplicate and I'm gonna just be able to fit at least 9 on here. If you put them a little closer, you may be able to fit more, but I don't even want to play around like that. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to get share download again, and you're going to download this as a PNG. Now I'm downloading this. My downloads go to my downloads folder. Wherever your downloads go is going to be significantly different, or it may or may not. So next thing I'm going to do is hit Control P. I am using a Mac computer. So with me using a Mac computer, my settings and things, all right, it wants to be a jerk. There we go, may be different. So here are my settings. Now you're gonna leave this the same. Auto rotate. I don't do scale to fit. I just do scale at 100% to make sure it is correct. And for my media on here, I do my media type as photo or matte photo paper because this is matte and it works wonders. Knowing what settings to use on your printer is big because it can save you a lot of time. So if you want to know how you would test this, we're going to leave these 3 here. I'm going to do this as glossy and then this one here as matte. And then we'll do one more as it was glossy matte and just regular photo paper is another one. So the biggest thing you want to do, and make sure you're paying attention, is and if there's more settings you want to test and you want to see how they go, you would just do the same thing. So whatever those print setting was, you want to go through them, try out different ones. You are going to first print out. Let's make a copy of this so it makes sense. You're gonna delete these. They shouldn't be grouped. Ungroup these. You're gonna delete these too. You are going to share and then go to download. Same thing we just did. Share, download. I only want page 1. And when I download this, I'm going to print this and change my settings. And let's do that. I'm going to go and print. This is going to now change to, you don't have to do all the other stuff because we're just testing on the paper to see what looks best. And I'm going to change this one to match that. So this one right here, where it says Photo Plus, oh, here it goes, glossy photo paper. I'm going to do glossy photo paper. I'm going to send this to the printer. When that comes out, I'm going to look at it. If it doesn't look right, I'm going back to Canva, okay? We're going to undo this. I'm coming back. The second time around, I'm deleting this one. I'm not moving anything, y'all. Don't move anything. Now I'm going to print this one. I'm loading that same piece of paper that I just printed the glossy on there, but now we're going to print and change the settings. So now I'm doing this one here. Now we're going to change the settings to matte, okay? Once Canva decides it wants to work with me. Let's go page 1. Okay. I don't know what's up with Canva right now, but we would change that to we'll change that to matte when we get ready to print that. So I hope that makes sense. So that's all you're doing to test to see, there we go, which one makes sense. And so now when we get ready to go to matte, same thing. Now automatically, because we already printed the glossy test on this same paper, this is why we're not moving anything. The one next to it is going to be matte. So I'm gonna go here. I'm not changing anything. The only thing I'm changing is my media type. I'm going to find my matte photo paper and go to print and see how that turns out. If I don't like that one, I'm coming back, I'm undoing, or I'm going to, that's why we duplicated it, and then I'm going to go to regular photo or whatever the case may be that you want to test. That is how you test it out without wasting paper, without being like having to print out 20 pieces of paper and compare 20 different prints. They're all on the same paper, but they're labeled by each one that you've printed. So no, I didn't use a new piece of paper, same piece of paper, but yes, I'm changing the settings in between. I'm not wasting a lot of ink because nothing is really changing. I'm not using full sheets of paper to do this for one setting. I'm testing multiple settings on one sheet of paper. So I hope that makes sense. After you go ahead and print it out, you're going to put the sticky side of the laminating sheets, and then you are going to make a sandwich with the print side facing the sticky side. So it's sticking on top of it. I'm just applying it upside down. This works better for me. And then I also used my squeegee and went back over it if I had any additional bubbles. The one thing I liked about this is if I did, when I first tried it, I tried it a different way. I was able to still remove it off of the vinyl without it actually messing up. But this is what it should look like. So no, the top is not sticky. It should not be sticky. That means you did it backwards or something, because I don't even know how you could do that. But that's all I did, and I cut it out by hand. These are the lighters that I use. They came from Walmart. This is the A-Sub vinyl sticker paper from Amazon, and I will link the holographic sheets because I had no idea what I did with the packaging. And all I'm doing it now is just seeing where I want it to go. I'm going to peel the back side off and apply it like I would a regular sticker, just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one, y'all. And it's really not a hard process. If you have excess, you can definitely cut it off. And as always, make sure you join our craft group, Girl How You Do That, on Facebook. Peace.